Azerbaijan again uses the Bayraktar TB2 on Artsakh. Tense situation. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Armenian News Network. Today we will talk about the tense situation on the border of Artsakh, Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan's usage of the Bayraktar TB2. The Security Council of Artsakh Republic addressed an official letter to Vladimir Putin. Kerkorian has declared martial law in Artsakh. Since March 24th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the Azerbaijani armed forces have been violating the line of contact. Women and children of Kharamort community of Artsakh region were evacuated due to security reasons. The next night, an exchange of fire took place, and as a result, which the enemy had 5 victims and a drone was used. On March 25th, the press service of the Ministry of Defense of the Republic of Artsakh informed that since the afternoon of March 25th, the units of the Azerbaijani armed forces continuing the gross violations of ceasefire, in addition to firearms, have been using strike drones, including the Bayraktar TB2 type. That day, we had 14 wounded. Private conversations with the wounded revealed that almost all cases of the injuries were registered due to the use of drones by Azerbaijani armed forces. The victims are contract soldiers of the Defense Army. David Roberti Mizroyan, born in 1978, Ishkahan Serhik Onyahian, born in 1994, and Ararat Vaglifi Tosyan, born in 1990. On March 26, around 11 a.m., the units of the Azerbaijani armed forces again resorted to aggressive actions, including firearms of various calibers to try to advance in the direction of the eastern border of the Artsakh Republic. In the area under the responsibility of Russian peacekeeping troops, after invading the village of Paruk in the Artsakh region, continued their movements and hostile actions in the area of the responsibility of Russian peacekeeping troops in different directions of the Karagulakh height. Necessary restraining actions were taken by the armed forces of Artsakh Republic in order to stop the advance of the enemy. As a result of the repetitive skirmish, the subversive actions of the enemy were stopped. At 12 o'clock on the evening of March 27th, the operative tactical situation along the entire line of contact, including in the eastern part of the line of contact, is relatively stable. No significant ceasefire violations were reported. The village of Paruk in the Artsakh region is now under the control of a Russian peacekeeping force stationed in Artsakh. Due to the courageous efforts of the Artsakh armed forces, the Armenian side managed to stop the advance of the Azerbaijani armed forces to maintain control over the main part of Mount Karagulakh. Azerbaijani troops continue to remain in fortified positions in a part of Artsakh. Work is underway with the command of the Russian peacekeeping force on the return of the Azerbaijani side to the starting positions. The Security Council of the Artsakh Republic addressed an official letter to the chairman of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin. At the start of March 25th, sitting on Security Council, chaired by the President of the Artsakh Republic, Kerkorian, a decision was made to address an official letter to the President of the Russian Federation, Chairman of Security Council, Vladimir Putin, proceeding from the military-political situation in the Artsakh Republic and the provisions of the Trilateral Statement of November 9, 2020. The letter, first of all, referred to the fact that since the day of deployment of Russian peacekeeping troops in Artsakh in general, the military staff has acted with a high efficiency and fulfilled all the tasks set. Many of the problems created by the military-political leadership of Azerbaijan were resolved with the direct, rapid, and effective involvement of the contingent, due to which Artsakh started to overcome the consequences of war. However, since March 8, 2022, the Azerbaijani side has been carrying out humanitarian, psychological, and then military aggression with great intensity. The letter details the aggressive actions of Azerbaijan launched against the civilian population of Artsakh since the beginning of March, including the military invasion of the village of Paruk and the adjacent areas, and presents a number of proposals. The president mentioned in the letter, it should be added that the Artsakh authorities have established constructive working relations with the peacekeeping troops, and we are ready to provide the staff of contingent with necessary living conditions. The construction works to be carried out for that purpose have already commenced. Artsakh Kerkorian has declared martial law in Artsakh. On March 26, President of the Artsakh Republic, Artsakh Kerkorian, signed a decree on temporary restrictions on rights and freedoms under the martial law in the territory of the Republic of Artsakh. The people of Artsakh are tired of uncertainty, but that uncertainty did not make them reluctant. That uncertainty made them angry. Everyone is ready to go and die, but all the issues have already been finally resolved. Presumably, in 3 or 4 days, the Azerbaijani positions will be left simply without food. All supply routes are completely closed by Russian peacekeepers, literally. In addition, the thickness of snow covering these positions is at least 1.8 meters. That is why there can be no question of any movement of equipment. After all, the Azerbaijani side continues to hold its position on March 24th. Negotiations are continuing over their return to starting positions. Artsakh's gas supply is again disrupted. As we have already informed earlier, Azerbaijan disrupted the gas supply to Artsakh from March 8th to 16th. The pipe was blown up in the part of Artsakh under the control of Azerbaijan. A few days after the renovation, on March 21st, the gas supply was stopped again. The Armenian side claims that Azerbaijan has installed a valve on the gas pipeline and is carrying out economic provocations against the people of Artsakh. On March 29th, the gas supply to Artsakh will be restored. The Azerbaijani Azergis company spread a message that the reason for the disconnection was the failure of the gas pipeline. The workers repaired the pipeline. The test will be carried out on March 28th, and the natural gas supply will be restored on March 29th. APA quoted the company as saying. Later, we were informed that the gas supply in Stepankart has been restored and the CNG stations are already working. We hope that everything will be fine and Armenia will overcome all of the difficulties. If you like what you saw and want to see more, hit like and subscribe to keep this channel going. See you next time. Bye.